On this episode of Scotty's Garage, we're going to stick this in that. Okay, so today is the big day. We're going to start tearing into our Fairmont. I feel kind of guilty because it's such a nice car, but it's also, as I said in the last video, this is not a concourse car. So it's a good 20-footer, but we're not ruining a classic here. So we're going to be sticking a barrow in this, but to stick the barrow in it, we need to rip out the old motor first. So first job will be ripping the bonnet off. We're going to probably put a blanket or something on the roof, put the bonnet on the roof, and then we'll start tearing into the engine and box. We'll have to do tail shaft first, usual deal, tail shaft, dump the radiator. Hopefully they've got some way of draining. We can put the radiator into it, and yeah, so while we're doing this, the boys are working on their own cars. So Darren's up the back working on this 54 Chev. Hunter's up here working on this A-model boat tail Speedster, which is an awesome car. We'll show you all the cars in the shop at some point, but this is a great facility. There's lathes, there's mills, there's all the equipment here. I could not have asked for a better shop to do this conversion in. If I can't do it here, I can't do it anywhere, really. So we've got all the parts. We've got a massive box of parts here. So we've got I sent over 36 kilos of barrow parts. I've shown you that stuff in previous videos. I've also got some stuff there from Summit, like there's a shift kit, there's a Carter fuel pump and all sorts of stuff there as well. You know, because not only do we have to convert the car to a barrow, but we have to convert it to EFI, so it's going to need an EFI pump to feed the fuel system, all that sort of stuff. We've got a wiring loom there. We've got our bell housing, which I keep pointing out, but it's so beautiful. It's a lovely bell housing. So anyway, enough talking about it. Scotty's had 6 hours sleep, so he's all hopped up on corn syrup Coke. Let's get this party started. All right, bonnet off time. Just watch the cowl when you loosen it, because it'll probably slip. There we go.
Ready?
Yep. It's pretty light, actually. It's not bad at all. Ooh, hello, Mr. Whippy. All right. Time for a beer. That was not tight at all. These terminals were not tight at all. Radiator hoses. We're about to make a mess. Watch your eyes just in case. I'll try and direct it down. Oh, no. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's in my armpit. Alright, we're gonna have to undo the fan. So this car's a weird mix of Imperial and metric. It's kind of the changeover. I assumed that all American cars of this period would be all Imperial or standard, as they call it over here. But they actually transitioned to metric on their car bolts and stuff. So yeah, we're going to find a lot of metric bolts on this car, which is quite interesting. At the moment, I'm trying to pull the radiator out. The fan is buried in the shroud, so I can't lift it out. So I'm going to have to remove the fan, and then we can get radiator out. Keep going. Get you to take that. And then, and then. All right, just be careful like this, where we're going to stick it, that it's not going to...
Lay it on back.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so that clips around like that. Oops. Oh, I hope we don't need that anymore. Ah, there we go. Wow, look at the size of that bolt. That is the one bolt that holds the whole car together. I think in a minute it's just going to fall apart like on the Blues Brothers. That's a massive bolt. Talking bolts, American bolt and hardware places are definitely biased against metric bolts because I had to buy 4 bolts this morning to attach our barra motor to their engine stand. They were $3.79 each. The washers were 40 cents each. Metric's expensive over here. All right. Whoa.
Come.
Yeah, that popped it. All right. So ready?
Yep.
Okay. Nothing yet. That's a good sign. All right. Tail shaft.
Yep.
You right?
Yep. There it is.
There she goes. Just needed the right amount of persuasion.
Yep. Twist. Good.
There we go. There we go. See, we didn't have to cut it off. So we've had a pretty productive morning. We've got the engine and box almost ready to come out. We've had to cut some things. Pretty sure that engine's not going back out. It's going to be Barra or Barra, basically. But we have all the parts, let's face it. We have all the parts. We should be able to make this work. But Darren came up with a perfect idea before, and that is before we yank the motor out of that car, let's put this motor on the stand, and that gives us the pallet to put that motor and box on, and then we can move this around as we need. I have to pull the C4 off it anyway. So there's that. But yeah, let's get this mounted on our engine stand there, and that allows us to work on the Barra before it goes in the car, because I have to replace the sump and all sorts of stuff. But also, yeah, like I said, gives us a pallet to work with. So let's unstrap it, get it up there, and make this happen. Alrighty, let's get this on. Actually, let's take that off first. Remember to put that plate on later. Okay, where were we? That's right, we're doing this. Rear main looks pretty good too, so I think I'll leave that alone. So according to the sticker, it is a 2008 engine. So September 2008, or no, October 2008. Oh, actually, we'll take the washers off them. Take my 40-cent washers off. I know. Return them, you reckon? I'm not sure I want to return 40-cent washers to a place that sells guns. Yeah, the world's best hardware store called Runnings, would you believe? Yep, it's called Runnings. Not Bunnings, Runnings. And they sell all sorts of hardware, plus hunting, camping, fishing gear. They had a great selection of firearms. Great hardware store. And they had metric bolts. So I was pleasantly surprised because I was worried that I was not going to find metric bolts over here, but as Darren informs me, that most American cars use metric bolts these days. Who knew? All right, that's about centered, I think. Cool. Is it beer o'clock yet? All right. Okay. Just have to find a bolt to locate that, but yeah, you can lower that down. Yep, there. All right, drop it down and hopefully she doesn't go any further. Okay. Wow, this thing has some next level filth. I don't think I've ever seen a transmission quite this crusty. It's like they had a massive leak on it and then drove it down the dustiest dirty roads they could find. Okay. You got some nuts and bolts, cool. All right, we're gonna have that to lift our engine. We're gonna lift it out right now. Okay, so engine box is out. It sits a lot higher in the front now. It's, yeah, a bit nose high, but that's all right. We'll fix that with a barra. So I guess our next mission is to start on the barra. So we've got to flip it upside down, change the sump, change a couple other things, add a wiring loom to it, all that sort of stuff. We're going to clean this engine bay. We found that the front brake caliper on the driver's side is a little bit, how you going? It's got, you know, like it clatters. So we're going to replace both brake calipers with reconditioned units, with new brake lines, new pads, so it'll have all new brakes in the front. We're going to clean up the engine bay, get rid of anything that's not necessary. And yeah, then I'll start on the transmission. So I've got obviously the transmission to go through and shift kit, obviously get the barra ready with its bell housing and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, there's still lots to do. We haven't finished for today, but I think this is enough for this video. So join us next time when we drop a barra in this Fairmont, because it's definitely going to happen next episode.